Absolutely.
No, it's a fascinating story. Fascinating story. All right, let's go back to Lakers and LeBron real quick. He's got until June 29, to opt in or out of his current Laker deal. Opt in means he will play this upcoming season. It'll be the last year of his contract, and then they'll figure it out from there. Opt out means he opts out and he becomes a free agent. Okay? And they can renegotiate.
Now or after the season?
Now. That he would become a free agent right now, and the Lakers could renegotiate a new contract with him. He could negotiate with other teams. That opt out means the Lakers also are out at that point.
Why would LeBron do that?
Because he thinks he could get more years, more money, more guarantees.
A better deal from the Lakers or a better deal from someone else.
All of those things.
Do you believe that?
Which part?
What you just said. If he opts out, the reason he's opting out is because he can get more someplace else.
Well,
do you believe that?
I want to get specific. Let me answer that. So
I'd play chicken on that one.
Hell yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so let's kind of get into this. Let's go piece by piece.
I think. Yeah.
What I want to happen. Okay, what if you said, Trav, you get to make this decision for LeBron James and for the Lakers and what you would like to see happen as a Laker fan. Here's what I would choose to have happen. I hope LeBron opts into his contract, plays this season for the Lakers under his current deal, and then they figure out what they want to do moving forward at the end of next season.
So kick the can.
Kick the can, but in a very specific way, kick the can. Kick the can where this deal is over at the end of next season. The Lakers will be better with LeBron James this upcoming season than without him. No
Guaranteed.
question about it.
Yes.
That's what I would like to see happen. What I think is going to happen is that he's going to opt out and ask the Lakers to do another 1-1, which we've seen them do over the last several times this same scenario has come up, and the Lakers will agree to that. I don't like that because then we're just doing the same thing again that we're doing right now next year. We still don't have any clarity on LeBron's future, and we're exactly where we are without any of the flexibility that you need. If the choice is multiple years of LeBron or no LeBron, as much as it would suck, I would choose no LeBron. Because if he opts out and he says, well, I would like to do a 2-year deal or a 1-1 deal, or I'd like to see what else is out there, if the Lakers are doing what I hope they would do, they would say, we understand your decision. Good luck in finding another team.
Okay, just a quick
question.
But
they won't.
And who do you think, if LeBron said, I want out of here, who signs him?
It's a great
Where does he go?
I think there are 2 options. Okay? And
don't say Dallas.
No.
Okay. Golden State.
No.
Denver?
No.
East?
One of them is in the East. One of them is in the West.
Don't say Boston.
No.
Where?
Cleveland.
Oh, back to Cleveland. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cleveland
From
is
a
good.
PR?
Well, not only that.
Yeah.
Cleveland's really good.
And
Cleveland had the best record in the Eastern Conference. They were the number 1 seed. They might.
Yeah.
But I also think that would be one of those, hey, we got to figure this out. So I think Cleveland is a possible landing spot. I think there's just really one other one, and it's not because it's a good idea. It's not because I think it takes them anywhere other than kind of right where they are. In fact, I think it's a really bad idea, but I think they might do it because they made an example of doing a bunch of stupid stuff.
Phoenix?
Yes.
Yes. I mean,
because that makes no sense at all other than he could go do his thing over there. Ishbia's a lunatic.
That's basically the Shaq tour, right?
Kind of,
Yeah.
but it's also like if you're the Lakers, you go say, yeah, go ahead. What do I care?
Wow.
Go ahead.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah. But I want him to be on this team next year. But what I also want them to do is have some sort of roadmap, clarity. Get ready to be banging your head on your radio. I'm going to say it again. A plan that exists, that makes sense beyond the LeBron James era, that needs to be considered and thought about and planned for, because it's basically here. Whether it's now or next year, kind of the same thing. And if it's now, that's fine too.
Yeah, if that scenario is true, then don't you want an opt-in? You want him to opt into his contract,
yes,
finish out, do this one last year, and also so you know how to operate in this offseason. You know who you can get because you know how much money you have, what role you need to be filled. The best scenario in your case is an opt-in.
Yes, that's where I started. My first choice would be opt-in for one more year. Mm-hmm. Let's play this year. Let's see if there's a little bit of a short-term fix. Find that big. Find some D. Find a three-point shoot. Like let's cross our fingers and hope that we can find these things.
Yeah.
But worst case scenario, like you said, kind of back where we were a year ago. But there's some clarity on the back end. I know how much money I have. I know what I need. I know what I can get Luka. Like, we know that this is no longer a variable that we need to consider.
No, and you got to Dorian Finney-Smith as well. He's the guy that you can make a decision on.
In the short term, yeah.
In the short term. And he's a guy you would want if you're building for
sure.
the future, LeBron or not LeBron. You'd want him here.
I agree.
That 3-and-D works. And he's Luka's friend. So we'll see how that goes there. But just the LeBron in the room, I don't know how to handle it. I don't know.
What would you do?
And I don't have a lot of faith, I guess, that Rob can pull this off.
Nor do I.
I guess you give him credit because Luka is here. But
no.
if you really get into it,
I don't give him credit for that.
Well,
saying yes to do you want a free car is not being a genius.
I'm with you, but it's in his bio. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like the only
it's in his bio with the facts. He did not orchestrate this. This fell into his lap.
Fair, but I don't think fell into his lap is in the bio. But you get what I'm saying. He's the GM of record. You get some credit for that deal.
Not to me, he doesn't.
True, yeah. I know, but
I think his only credit comes from not letting it get out to other teams that it's being shopped. I think the only way that LeBron, if you're LeBron, opting out means more money for you, either with the Lakers or somewhere else. Likely, the only reason you opt in is if you don't think that is true.
I'm with you, but it's not just the money. It's not just the money. That's part of it. I agree with you, but I think it's not the number one item on the things that he wants. An opt-out with an additional 1-and-1, it allows him to control this a little bit longer. It allows him to be the person that gets considered first, or at least 1A, along with Luka moving forward. The opt-in last year of the contract, it's like, look, we don't have to worry about this anymore.
Right.
We're out of this. The 1+1, he's always got hand in this.
Yeah,
and that's important, and I understand why it's important.
I would love,
but that's number one.
From my fandom, I want to see LeBron and Luka and whatever big you find, or whatever third option you get, which is what I mean about Pelinka. I want to see that one more time and take our chances with that for at least one more year.
You're Rob Pelinka, and you can put together your dream scenario right now. What do you, and I'm talking with LeBron specifically. Do you want him to opt in or opt out? You get to make the decision. Do you want him to opt in or out?
I want LeBron here
for 1 year.
For 1 year,
only.
one more year, and I want to control that. What does that mean?
Yeah.
I want to make sure this is it.
Yep. There you go. So
I want to get out. I want LeBron to play, but I want to get out from under his control.
And
me too. So we're on the same page there. If the choice were between no more LeBron,
and I want to make that as easy
yep.
and as agreeable as possible. I want you locked in. You are still LeBron James.
Yep.
I'm just protecting my team like you protect yourself. That's all.
Two choices. These are your only two choices.
Yes.
He comes back for multiple years or no years.
Oh, man. How old is he again?
He'll be 41.
How many years?
How many years do I have to guarantee? 2 more.
2 more
Zero
years?
or 2 or more.
I get him 2 or 0.
Yeah.
We got a break coming up, right? I'll tell you after the break.
Well, we're drafting robots coming up.
Well, then wait for a while. You can't put me to that choice right now.
I just told you
what
I would do.
30 seconds to go.
No, say it.
You did it for 15 minutes.
Go ahead.
I'm thinking about it. Let me think. 0 or 2 right now.
0 or 2 or more. You
might as well ask for right or left foot. Can I think about it for a minute? 2 years. How old is he again?
41. It will be 41.
That's 43. My God. After the break. I hate you.
We'll do our draft coming up next.
I hate you right now.
It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.